Hello everyone! Today I'm going to show you a few super simple ways to refresh basic home decor you might have picked up at a thrift store that either just wasn't quite the right color or had a few scuffs and scratches on it, or even just needed some minor tweaks to enliven them. First up is spray paint. Spray paint is a great way to completely transform a very dull, old-looking home decor piece into something bright and completely new looking. I picked up this one by Rust-Oleum at Walmart, but honestly there's so many great brands to choose from out there. So I did one initial coat, but I didn't want to just simply spray it and have it smooth. I wanted to create some texture because I thought that would be way more interesting looking. So what I decided to do was I took a sponge and I just dabbed all around the paint as it was drying to create this textured look. You might have seen this elsewhere where people add baking soda. That's also an option as well, but I decided to just create the texture with the paint, and that worked really well. Next up is this ivory vase, and it already has a nice leaf texture throughout, so I didn't want to add anything else. I just decided to spray paint it with an ivory color that matched. There were quite a few imperfections on it, so I just wanted to mattify those. Another way you can flip a home decor piece from the thrift store is with acrylic paint. I had an acrylic paint set, and I also bought a few at Walmart. Again, you can find those at the dollar store, and all you need is either a sponge or a paintbrush. So that I used a sponge today for this frame that I found. It was a little scruffy, had a lot of dents in it, so I wanted to change the color completely, and I went for this ivory color by Folk Art, which I also got at Walmart, and I just decided to paint all around with a sponge. Took about 3 to 4 coats, but like the black face, I didn't want just a flat surface. I wanted to create some texture, so I did decide to do that with a sponge as well. If you find a frame that you like at the thrift store but don't like the content, you could always switch it up for your own DIY wall art. So that's what I decided to do with this tiny frame. So I actually did some ink and pen drawings, and I made this little flower bouquet, and I thought it would work perfectly in this tiny frame. First, you want to measure the picture that you're going to put in the frame. So I used some measuring tape for this, and I marked each angle so I could trace the line and cut it to size. Usually pictures are pretty easy to fish out of frames, but this one was an exception. I actually had to carve into it. It was almost like cardboard, but that was fine because no one's going to really see the back of the frame. So I used scissors to carve around the periphery, and then I took out the existing picture and I used some duct tape to seal everything, and that's a little bit easier to remove as opposed to hot glue if you decide you want to change the picture. Of course, duct tape isn't the cutest thing in the world, but again, who is going to see the back of your frame? The point is displaying the front of the frame. I decided to style the textured black vase with some dried wheat that I had in a larger package and with a little candle on a marble tray that I actually got for $6 at the thrift store as well. With any vase, you can throw in some dried flowers like eucalyptus stems, and you've got yourself a timeless piece of neutral decor that works in any room. I styled this sand colored frame with a print that I got off of Splendus. I will link it below. They have so many nice natural landscapes, and I really loved this particular one. Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. If you want to see more home decor thrift flips, please comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe this video, and I will see you in the next one.